The U, baby. Is the U back? I have no idea. I really don't know. But I will tell you this. The U made a huge statement the last 2 weeks, and over Notre Dame, they did something that we haven't seen from this team in decades. Yeah. Throughout the 2000s, 2010s, Miami every once in a while would have a year where they were in the top 10 for a little bit, and they'd have some wins here and there that were interesting. Then they pounded Virginia Tech at home. And you said, okay, this team is more for real than we saw with Al Golden and Randy Shannon and even Larry Coker after the Butch Davis teams. That was a whisper compared to what we saw this past Saturday. First of all, you haven't heard the Miami Hurricanes talked about around town since the 90s, even in the early 2000s, because right when they started to get really good, the Canes fell off the face of the earth. It wasn't what you heard in the late 80s and the early 90s where the Canes were in the discussion year-round. Well, that's what's going on right now. The Notre Dame game was a whole different animal, where you had Notre Dame, number 3 in the country, turning the ball over all the time. The Canes moving the ball down the field. The Canes putting up 41 points between offensive and defensive scores and winning 41-8 over number 3 in the country, a national power, a national name in Notre Dame that announced Miami as a national presence. Are they back? I have no idea. I'll tell you right now, they're firmly entrenched in the playoff picture. They should be anywhere from number 2 to number 4 in the playoff rankings. And they have a huge matchup against Clemson in the ACC Championship game, their first one, that if they can win that game, they're in the playoffs as an undefeated team. And if they lose, they probably won't make the playoffs. But as a team that's young, as a team that's only in the second year with Mark Richt, Miami Hurricanes are where people did not think they would be for a long time. So Luby's Law for today is the U back? Probably not. But they're definitely a national name once again. And that's something we've been missing down here in South Florida for a long time. This is Luby's Law.